I'm Brian. Volcanoes are my gas stations. That's where I get my fuel for life. And the more danger that's involved with these volcanoes, the higher the octane of fuel. Alright, I give it to you. That was pretty corny. Okay, it was incredibly corny. But the message comes across that I am in love with volcanoes. And as my friends will tell you, they think I'm pretty crazy to be studying such an extreme academic subject as volcanology. They're probably right, to an extent. But on the other hand, I really think it's necessary to risk your own life, at least a little bit, in order to save others' lives. So, where did my love for volcanoes begin? Actually, not too far from you guys, out in Southern California. I went to a place called Pomona College in Claremont, and that's where I recognized my passion for volcanoes, grabbed it, and just haven't let go since. That passion actually brought me to the University of Hawaii on Oahu. There I was trained as a physical volcanologist. What's a physical volcanologist? It's somebody who studies the most recent eruptive deposits from volcanoes, including the volcanoes on Hawaii, which are low energy volcanoes that produce nice smooth lava flows. But it's also a person who studies the explosive eruption deposits, and that's primarily what I do. That's, for instance, what I do here in New Zealand. I came to the University of Auckland on a Fulbright scholarship, and I'm actually the only student, not even any other professors, currently doing research on active volcanoes. Most other people are doing the stuff on older volcanoes. My research is at a place called Mount Ruapehu. There I study two things. These are lahars and debris avalanches. Lahars are volcanically induced mud flows that have been known to take out trains and bury entire cities in South America, for instance. And I work in a place called the Whangahu Gorge on Mount Ruapehu. And here you come across these signs as you try to enter this valley that say extreme lahar danger and, don't spend more than 30 minutes in this valley. Well, I've had to spend over 30 days in this valley, consistently. But not to take things too lightly, we definitely carry out the necessary precautionary measures that are needed to ensure my safety there. I also studied the debris avalanches here in the Whangahu Gorge. These debris avalanches are entire collapses of volcanoes. They therefore represent a much more extreme risk than the lahars, although a little bit less frequent. But all these scientific studies don't make the academic subject of volcanology complete, because volcanology is actually not only a science, but it is also a cultural study. It's a cultural study because it's so crucial to integrate with communities surrounding these volcanoes and talk with them to understand how they perceive the risks of volcanoes. Without this, it's absolutely impossible to understand how to prepare them for the natural disasters that are oftentimes quite imminent. So I've ended up traveling a good part of the world to study volcanoes. Some of these places include South Africa for some older volcanoes, Mongolia, Kamchatka, Russia, which is where the most volcanically active province of the world is. In case you're not familiar with Kamchatka, Kamchatka is across the Bering Sea from Alaska, right about there. And there it's an absolutely phenomenal place. You can stand on one volcanic peak that's smoking and look across to the next smoking and potentially explosive peak. A really phenomenal place to be. And that just reminds me how I am absolutely looking forward to my next volcanic adventure, wherever it brings me. Thanks.